Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Adam back here, and today I have another video. This time it is a review of the Clonearmycustoms Geonosis Clone Troopers. So we first saw these in Season 2 of the Clone Wars. This is pretty much my favorite arc, the Geonosis arc, and specifically the Landing at Point Rain episode, as I believe, where these guys premiered. Just a really, really fantastic arc in general. And yeah, just great figures too. These are definitely one of my favorite squads from CAC. And just right out of the gate, I am gonna say that these guys are expensive. It's like $115 for all four of these, but they are definitely gonna give you the most bang for your buck, probably. Unfortunately, Boyle and Waxer are both out of stock right now, but hopefully that'll change. But the other two you can get for 20% off right now at CAC, which is a really good deal for Black Friday. So definitely go and do that if you can. But yeah, other than that, starting from the left, we have the Flame Trooper, and then Commander Jet, Boyle, and Waxer. So in that order, I'll just be reviewing them one by one with all of their accessories. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off, we have the Flame Trooper. So this is definitely an interesting figure. I'm glad they finally made their own own helmet mold. I know if you guys know, the Aerolite helmet mold is the main one that I've been using for these past couple years. Which it works, but it's really, really bulky, and it doesn't really match this the actual design itself. So this one is definitely a lot more accurate in terms of just the helmet size, and I really, really like the printing on it as well. It's super clean. You even got the symbol up there in red, and then just the yellow detailing all around, and the dark brown, and sort of the orange color that is all throughout the figure. And additionally, the backpack is also super, super nice, especially with the matching printing. So yeah, just the accessories on this figure, including the cloth, are just great, and definitely a must-have. But in general, the printing on this guy mainly just consists of sort of like a Lego style snowtrooper print, except with the clone belt. So it's mainly just the orange and black color on the sides, with the 360-degree printing all the way around, which looks super nice. And yeah, it's just a really, really great figure. And the yellow stripe even continues down on the hips, as you can see, which is a really neat detail as well. Next would have to be the arms, which just has the yellow shoulder pads on both sides, with a black symbol in there, and then just little gray details that are very, very faint, but they're definitely noticeable, which is a really nice add-on. And then the yellow detailing on the bottom of the arms. And the same is on the other side. And then we have the waist cape, which is the orange and yellow outline. And then going on to the legs feature just sort of a interesting knee pad design. It's definitely different than the normal Clone Trooper knee pad armor. But it definitely works, and they also have the gray detailing all around, which is super nice that it wraps too, even on the inside of the leg. And yeah, you can see the little belt buckles on the sides for some nice details. And the gray also is the color of the boots on this figure, which again is really, really nice. Overall, this figure is super detailed, and definitely one of my favorites. I think they really nailed this figure. And I gave him the CAC Flamethrower just to top it off. So yeah, just a really great figure overall, and definitely one that I would not hesitate army building if I could. So yeah, on to Commander Jet. Alright, so here is Commander Jet, and as you can see, his armor is definitely more resembling the traditional Clone Trooper design, which basically just means it's a recolor of the basic Clone Trooper print, as you can see by the torso, which is basically just the outlines with the orange color, and the knee pads are just the usual shape, I guess, in comparison to the Flame Trooper, with the gray outlines added as well. and the yellow going all the way around. But yeah, other than that, the printing also is wrapped on Commander Jet, and the arms are pretty much the same, except that the gray does not appear on the midsection right above the black line. So it's a little bit less detailed, but that's because those details just simply don't exist on Commander Jet, so it makes sense. And he does have two pieces of cloth. If I can get this one to fold down there, you can see the orange and yellow print, and then the same is pretty much for the waist cape, which is the same as the Flame Trooper. And yeah, this figure overall is just really, really cool in general. I mean, you can get him in the Phase 1 animated style, which is the one that this is, or you can get him in the Phase 1 realistic. I chose the animated just to match the Flame Trooper too. So yeah, I don't think there's a price difference on there for getting either one of them, but I gave him the Rex pistols as well. And yeah, just a really, really cool figure, and just certainly one that is definitely just a must-have. And I really, really like the comms helmet too that they added. It's definitely a really cool helmet mold. But one thing that sort of bothers me with the helmets is just the size. Like, it sort of just, it goes against what they sort of did with like downsizing the Aerolite one to a more realistic scale. This one just feels like it's a little bit too big, but I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. Like, it didn't stop me from buying it, so it's still good. It's just like, I don't know why the Phase 1 helmets are just so bulky. But hopefully it's something that they can go back and revise like they did the Phase 2 helmets, but for now it works, so not too much complaining. The printing looks really nice as usual. And yeah, just a really, really good figure overall. So yeah, let's move on to Boyle. Alright, so here is ARF Trooper Boyle. This is definitely a must-have figure. The camo that CAC has been pushing out recently is super, super cool. In addition to these, to Boyle and Waxer, I've also been wanting to get my hands on the Teth ARF Troopers, which I think are still out of stock if I remember correctly, but definitely going to get that someday. Just because the camo, as you can see on this guy, is super, super nice. The detailing is just amazing, and it really, really looks like he's just straight out of the show. And yeah, just the yellow like accompanying the design is just perfect. Everything just feels so crisp and just super nice. The Pneuma on the side of the helmet is just super, super cool. And something I thought I should mention too is that the visor is removable. I'm not sure if that was just a production thing, because I don't think I've ever seen an ARF Trooper in the shows or anything take off their visor, but I don't know if it's canon that they're removable or something. But yeah, definitely a cool feature. Just if you're messing around trying to kit bash some stuff together. But yeah, you can see the yellow marking right underneath or right above the visor, and the camo all the way around. There's also a yellow or a red arrow on top of the visor, if you can see it. And then, of course, the Pneuma print on the side, which is super, super cute. And on the back, the yellow arrow. And then the gray stripe that runs from the top, from the front to the back of the top. And then the base print for the torso is pretty much just a 2/12 print, except in the orange and yellow, and some gray added details, and the camo on top of that, and the belt recolor. So it's a lot. There's a lot going on. It certainly works though, and it looks really, really nice. And the printing, wrapping all the way around certainly helps just solidify that this figure is one of the best they've made, honestly. And yeah, the back also is super, super detailed, and you can just see all of the camo, just everything, the yellow, the black details on the boots, everything, the different colorings for the gray, just everything works super, super nice together. And yeah, definitely one of my favorite figures from the Clonearmycustoms. So yeah, let's move on to Waxer. Alright, so I actually forgot to mention this, but one of the cool things that CAC did was actually make a head print. Unfortunately, they only have it for Boyle, so he does have a head print, which is super cool that they did that. It looks, I mean, the similarities there are just amazing, or the likeness, I guess. Unfortunately, they didn't do one for Waxer, but I hope that that is coming in the future. But yeah, other than that, just thinking about Waxer in general, the differences, of course, the visor is less detailed just because he doesn't have any markings or as many as Boyle. But he does have the yellow stripe coming down that like connects perfectly with the one on top, and just the camo is pretty much the same, I believe. And then the gray on the back of the helmet there, and just the side details. And then we have the yellow on the front of the helmet as well. And as with Boyle, the printing in general, just phenomenal. I believe everything is the same, just the 212 body. And yeah, just really, really cool in general. I'm not going to drag it out too long, because it is literally the same body, but yeah, these are two figures that I would highly recommend when they come back in stock that you all should buy. Definitely a really cool piece for any collection. So yeah, without further ado, I think that's everything I've talked about. So yeah, if you guys like these figures, make sure to let me know, and let me know if you want more of these reviews. I'd be happy to do a lot of them. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And this is goodbye, and have a nice day.